Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? It's been a crazy past week, past 10 days. And man, there's just so much to talk about, right? Is where we're going through a very, very crazy time with this pandemic. Everything's put on hold. Uh, I'm in real estate, and the industry is pretty affected. Right? We cannot hold any open houses. Nobody wants to show their property for obvious reasons, and we can't really go come into close contact with people. I also coach dragon boating, which doesn't get more personal than that. Everyone's in super close quarters, and rightfully so. Paddling has come to a standstill. I'm one of those who are fortunate enough to own my own canoe out at Jericho. I still have access to my boat, my own boat, and I'm able to paddle. And this was yesterday. It was a beautiful day, and I just needed to get my mind off the craziness. And I'm just making this paddling video to try and bring back some normalcy to everyday life, especially if you are involved in paddling in the dragon boat community. My heart goes out to all those who are preparing for the club cruise in Paris this year, in France, and you know, it's just one of those things, right? Hopefully, you will keep at it. Club cruise will be back, right? Keep paddling, keep training hard, and let's try to come back stronger from this ordeal that the whole world is going through right now. And let's try to talk about paddling, man. For the teams that I'm coaching, Max Storm, Sagan Dragons. Um, I didn't get the chance to do take any video of you guys paddling, but I just want to say, you guys were just doing really well. The boats were moving really well, right? Max Storm starting to really get it, right? Building off from last year's spectacular season, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully get back on the water in a couple months' time. Who knows? And take off from there, right? But in the meantime, let's watch me paddle, right? I think some of you guys have never seen me paddle, so this is a really good chance to watch what I'm doing correctly, what I'm not doing correctly, and what I'm trying to improve, and what's most importantly, what's going through my mind. So when I paddle, I start off from the Jericho Sailing Center and I hit west past UBC. I hit out about 5 kilometers out. And today was a beautiful day. Conditions pretty choppy, as you can see from the water. The wind was blowing from the west, going to the city. So right now I'm going upwind, and it's a bit of a struggle, but obviously it's not as fun as going downwind, as you will see later on. However, this is where you make improvements, right? This is where I feel like I make the most progress, because I have to go against the wind. I have to work on my balance, really important, right? So right now you watch me paddling on the right side. Can get a little bit dicey at times. However, I have learned how to brace myself. I've learned how to fly the armor. So when I'm paddling on the right, I use my paddle as another outrigger, right? I'm able to quickly drop my paddle, use my wrist to brace myself, and prevent myself from falling off. So a couple times from this video, you will see my armor kind of pop up a little bit. I'm using my paddle to stay upright as opposed to shifting my weight left to the armor. So for those of you who are, who are a little bit more advanced, you're on the outrigger, learn how to brace on your offside, on the right side. Learn how to fly the armor, because that's what's going to save you from falling into the water, right? It's a lot easier to brace than it is to try and shift your weight, lean on the left towards the armor. Psychologically, that's hard to do, I know, but it's one of those things you have to overcome, that fear of falling in. Trust the science, trust trust the paddle mechanics, and brace yourself on the right side, right? And that's how that's how you improve, right? You work on your balance. So now you watch me paddling on the left side. That's my strong side, right? Um, just kind of observe my catch, right? From my exit, I land into my spot. Uh, right, I really place a lot of emphasis on getting the blade buried. During the catch, I'm not feeling any resistance at all, right? My shoulders are relaxed. I'm not trying to overpower, I'm not trying to kill the water. My focus is on getting the blade in swiftly and effortlessly. So my stroke really begins from the exit. So observe from my exit, know my spot, I swing the blade across the surface, around, and into the water. So I'm coming around like I'm drawing a bit of a semicircle. And as I enter, let's wait for me to go back on the left side. As I enter, you observe my top hand. I slide it over and make sure it's above my bottom hand, right? Because really important is that you got to make sure, especially in outrigger, that the paddle shaft is exactly perpendicular to the surface of the water. You don't want it to be slanting left or slanting right. It has to be perpendicular, otherwise you're kind of steering the boat and paddling at the same time, right? And just not being efficient. So another thing I want you to observe, now I'm paddling my right side, right? Watch my hip, watch my left hip, watch my left knee, right? So it looks as if I'm kicking off, right? But really, it's my hip driving forward and my left knee is like a follow-through movement. So I focus on my catch, right? I pause in the water, I balance my weight on it, and then I swing my inside hip forward and I get that nice follow-through movement with my knee, and it feels really good, right? It feels good. Remember, guys, paddling's gotta feel good, right? If you feel like shit, if you're hurting while you're paddling, then something is wrong, right? Let me know. I'll sort you out, right? Try and distribute that soreness, that pain, and help you to get it converted into boat momentum going forward. Right. So one of the things that I've noticed from both teams, actually all the teams that I coach, right, is the top shoulder, top hand movement, and I basically call all you guys out on it, right? The top shoulder, top hand, just kind of driving down a little too fast, a little too strongly, and the way to prevent that is to make sure that your blade is stable in the water, right? When I see the top hand, top shoulder driving down faster than the boat is moving forward, it just tells me that your water connection on your outside shoulder is not where it should be, right? It's not tight, it's loose. There's a loose connection. You're just ripping through the water at the catch, and that usually stems from overreaching, right? Reaching too far in the air and then just coming down, then ripping the surface. And it's also from a lack of patience, right? Paddling requires a lot of patience, right? A lot of patience. I'm not a patient person. I'm really, but when it comes to paddling, this is one of the activities where I'm really patient with, right? So paddling is a sport which you got to be quick, but you got to be even more patient if you want to have success and if you want to move freely, effortlessly across the surface of the water. Right? I'm always visualizing, right, setting the blade, balancing myself into the water, and then I swing the boat forward using my inside hip. Alright, so just observe my shoulders right now. Observe my outside shoulder. Right, I keep it really nice and low and relaxed. Right, and from my exit, I swing it around into the catch. I set it in. I lean on it while simultaneously driving my inside hip forward. So, I like the way I'm moving right now, especially considering that I'm going upwind against the current. Moving all right, I spent a lot of time trying to get better on my offside, which is my right side, and sometimes it gets a little dicey, especially when the conditions get a little bit wilder, right? So, I really need all of you guys to work on the catch. All right, you sort out your catch. You've had a strong connection with the water. And when that happens, the top hand is the top shoulder is not able to drive down because your paddle is fixed, and therefore you're able to move your body up towards the paddle. Right? You have a strong catch, a strong connection. That also prevents, it prevents the injury, right? Because injury happens when your connection with the water is weak, and you're always trying to kill the water and smash the paddle and rip through it. When you do that, especially for a long period of time, you have a lot of impact on the joints, and you're just gonna hurt yourself, right? So don't kill yourself. Focus on feeling connected with the water. Focus on swinging your body forward. It's all connection, connection, connection. Do not compensate the lack of connection with force and trying to overpower resistance, right? So really, really important. Yeah, I really, really hope that we can get back on the water and start paddling again, but who knows, right? My hair is getting long, all businesses have come to a halt, and just hang in there, and let's try stay safe, stay fit, stay healthy, right? Take this time to reflect on your lifestyle, right? Take this time to stretch, take this time to improve your eating habits, catch up on sleep, start stretching, start skipping rope, and let's come out of this stronger than we were before. All right, anyway, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'm out. Have fun, everybody. Stay safe. Take care.